Pues que estamos a mitad de eliminatoria y que si un rival puede marcarnos 4 goles a nosotros, nosotros le podemos marcar 6.
This be the time. Ball played into the box and it went towards Ter Stegen. Ball cleared. It'll be a chance to play it in again. Neymar on the ball now. Gets onto his left foot and plays it into the box. It's in the net. 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 Barcelona have won 6.
Paris. For weeks earlier, Parc des Princes, the cathedral of Parisian football, Barcelona arrived as favorites. The team that had conquered Europe twice in 3 years. Messi, Suarez, Neymar, the most feared attacking trio on the planet. MSN, they called them. 364 goals in 3 seasons together. Unprecedented, unstoppable, or so everyone thought. But Paris Saint-Germain were hungry, desperate even. They'd spent €500 million assembling a team for one purpose: to win the Champions League. To finally step out of the shadows and claim their place among Europe's elite. They had everything: money, talent, ambition. What they needed was a statement. And on February 14th, 2017, they made Barcelona look ordinary. The match started evenly. Barcelona controlled possession, as they always did. But PSG were patient. Waiting, watching. Then, 18th minute, Angel Di Maria stepped up to take a free kick from 25 yards out. He looked at the wall, looked at the goal, ran up.
Di Maria, yes, the birthday boy, fires home the free kick against Barcelona for Paris Saint-Germain.
Curled it perfectly over the jumping defenders. Top corner. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen didn't move. Couldn't move. 1-0. Parc des Princes exploded. But PSG weren't finished. 40th minute, Julian Draxler.
This is the sort of position they get into to go 2-0 up with Julian Draxler announcing it
2-0. Then, just before halftime, Di Maria again.
Di Maria hit them, we know, with his left foot just like that. He scores again.
3-0. Barcelona walked off at halftime in shock. 3 goals down in Paris. The tie slipping away with every passing minute. Luis Enrique tried to reorganize, tried to inspire, but when they came back out for the second half, nothing changed. 55th minute, Edinson Cavani, the Uruguayan striker who'd spent years living in the shadow of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, now PSG's main man. He received the ball on the edge of the box.
Looking for Cavani, can hit it, and does hit it. 4-0, they swept forward again.
Gerard Pique stood in the center circle, staring at nothing. His hands on his hips, his face blank. Luis Suarez walked off the pitch without looking up. Even Lionel Messi, the man who dragged Barcelona through impossible situations time and time again, looked lost. The final whistle blew. Paris Saint-Germain 4, Barcelona 0. Not just a defeat, an execution, a humiliation broadcast to the entire world. The headlines were unanimous. Barcelona destroyed in Paris. The end of an era. Messi's Barcelona finished. No way back. And the statistics agree. No team in Champions League history had ever overturned a 4-goal deficit. Not once. Not in 25 years of the competition. Not Real Madrid. Not Bayern Munich. Not Manchester United. Nobody. To qualify for the quarterfinals, Barcelona needed to win the second leg by at least 4 goals. And if PSG scored even once, Barcelona would need 6. 6 goals, without conceding, against one of the richest, most talented teams in world football. It was mathematically possible, but in reality, finished. Journalists didn't even ask if Barcelona could do it. They asked how badly PSG would finish them off at Camp Nou. Unai Emery, PSG's manager, was asked in his post-match press conference if the tie was over. He smiled. In football, nothing is impossible. But 4 goals is a very, very big difference. He knew. Everyone knew. This tie was dead. Barcelona flew back to Catalonia in silence. The bus journey from the airport to the training ground felt like a funeral procession. Newspapers around the world had already written Barcelona's obituary. But inside the dressing room, something strange happened. Nobody panicked. Nobody pointed fingers. Instead, quietly, almost without discussion, a decision was made. If they were going to die, they would die fighting. Luis Enrique gathered his players the next morning. We lost 4-0. Everyone has written us off. The whole world thinks we're finished. He paused. But we're Barcelona, and if they can score 4, we can score 6.
Pues que estamos a mitad de eliminatoria y que si un rival puede marcarnos 4 goles a nosotros, nosotros le podemos marcar 6.
Some players looked at him like he'd lost his mind. 6 goals? Against PSG? Without conceding? Impossible. But Andres Iniesta, the quiet captain, the man who'd scored the World Cup-winning goal for Spain, spoke up. Why not? We've done impossible things before. Slowly, others nodded. Neymar, always emotional, always desperate to prove himself, clenched his fists. Let's make history. Messi stayed silent, but his eyes said everything. The training sessions that week were different, intense, focused. There was no desperation, no panic, just cold, calculated preparation. They knew the odds. They knew what everyone was saying. But they also knew something else. Camp Nou, on a European night, with 90,000 people screaming, was unlike anywhere else on Earth. If a miracle was possible, it was possible there. March 8th, 2017. Evening descended on Barcelona. The city buzzed with nervous energy. Cafes filled with fans debating whether to even bother watching. Bookmakers gave Barcelona a 1% chance of qualifying. 1%. But Camp Nou filled anyway. 90,000 people buying tickets to witness either a miracle or a funeral. Most expected the funeral, but they came anyway, because that's what football does. It offers hope, even when logic says there is none. The banners appeared. We believe. Never give up. Impossible is nothing. This is Barca. The players arrived at the stadium hours before kickoff. Walking through the tunnels, they could already hear the noise building outside. In the dressing room, Luis Enrique kept his team talk simple. Forget the 4 goals. Forget the deficit. Just on the first minute, then the second, then the third.
Well, if Paris Saint-Germain don't go through to the quarter-finals tonight, this is a match we'll be talking about for quite some time. No one has ever lost 4-0 away in Europe and come back to go through. If there is one team that stands any chance, surely it's Barcelona.
The referee knocked on the door. Time to go. The players lined up in the tunnel. On the other side stood PSG. Confident, calm, comfortable. They had a 4-goal cushion. They had quality. They had everything. All they had to do was not collapse. The teams walked out onto the pitch, and the noise hit like a physical force. 90,000 people on their feet, screaming, singing, flags waving, scars held high. Camp Nou had become a fortress. The whistle blew. Barcelona kicked off, and immediately they attacked. Wave after wave of blue and red shirts flooded forward. PSG's defenders scrambled, blocked shots, cleared crosses, but the pressure was relentless. Then, 3rd minute, Luis Suarez, the Uruguayan striker who'd been anonymous in Paris.
We'll play it into the box, the ball headed up into the air, it's scrappy, it's in the goal! It's a goal!
1-0. The roof nearly came off Camp Nou. The noise was deafening. Players screaming, fans screaming, the entire stadium shaking. 3 minutes. 3 minutes, and Barcelona had won. They needed 5 more. PSG tried to settle, tried to slow the game down, keep possession, calm things. But Barcelona wouldn't let them breathe. 14th minute.
Flings it inside to Iniesta, who lets it run for Suarez. Suarez looking to play it over towards Iniesta. Iniesta wins the ball back heel. It's in the net!
On goal. 2-0. Camp Nou exploded again. Not with relief, with hunger. The impossible was becoming possible. PSG's players looked at each other. Nervous glances. The 4-goal cushion was shrinking, but they still led on aggregate. They were fine. Barcelona kept attacking. Chances came and went. Trapp made saves. Shots flew wide. Then, 40th minute.
To Neymar. Neymar goes down, it'll be a
Penalty. Messi grabbed the ball. He placed it on the spot. Step back. The stadium went silent.
Messi steps up, hits it into the net!
3-0. Halftime. Barcelona walked off the pitch needing 3 more goals. 3 more goals to complete the greatest comeback in Champions League history. The dressing room was electric. Players shouting encouragement. Enrique urging calm. 45 minutes. That's all we need. 45 minutes of perfection. But in the PSG dressing room, Unai Emery had a problem. His team were rattled. The 4-goal lead had become one, and Camp Nou was a cauldron of noise and pressure. He told his players to stay compact, stay disciplined, don't give away silly fouls, and if they got a chance to score, take it. Second half, Barcelona came out like a team possessed, attacking, pressing, suffocating PSG, but the goal wouldn't come. 50 minutes, 55 minutes, 60 minutes, still 3-0, still not enough. Then, 62nd minute, PSG won the ball in midfield. A quick pass forward to Cavani.
Falls to the spot. Oh, it's a goal! It's a goal for Cavani.
3-1. Silence. Complete, devastating silence. PSG's away goal changed everything. Now Barcelona didn't need 2 goals. They needed 3 goals. 3 goals in 28 minutes. Aggregate was now 5-3 to PSG. It was over. The clock kept ticking. 65 minutes, 70 minutes, 75 minutes. Barcelona attacked, and attacked, and attacked, but nothing. Shots blocked, passes intercepted, offside called. PSG defended desperately. Bodies on the line, sliding tackles, anything to keep the ball out. The stadium grew tense, anxious. You could feel it. 80 minutes, 10 minutes left. It was impossible, but they kept going. 85 minutes. Still 3-1. Luis Enrique threw on every attacking player he had. The team was unbalanced, chaotic, but what did it matter? They needed goals. 87th minute. Neymar stood over a free kick just outside the box.
See what Neymar can do here. Neymar hits it. Oh, what a goal! What a goal by Neymar! What a beautiful free kick!
4-1. Camp Nou erupted again, but still, they needed 3 more, and there were barely 3 minutes left. PSG's players were panicking now. Time wasted. Falling down. Anything to run the clock. 90th minute. Injury time. The board went up. 5 minutes added. Suarez went down in the box. Penalty.
It's a penalty!
Neymar grabbed the ball. He placed it.
Neymar steps up. It's in the net! Neymar!
5-1. One more. They needed 1 more. The clock showed 92 minutes. Maybe 2 minutes left. PSG kicked off. Barcelona won the ball back immediately. Push forward. The ball went wide to Neymar on the left. He was 30 yards from goal.
Could this be the time? Ball played into the box, and it went towards Ter Stegen. Ball cleared. It'll be a chance to play it in again. Neymar on the ball now. Gets onto his left foot and plays it into the box. It's in the net! 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 Barcelona have won!
For half a second, nothing. Time stood still. Then chaos. Pure, unfiltered chaos. Players on top of each other. The crowd screaming so loud it distorted the microphones. Grown men crying in the stands. Strangers hugging strangers. 6-1. Aggregate 6-5. The PSG players collapsed. Literally. Marquinhos fell to his knees, staring at the grass. Thiago Silva lay flat on his back. Cavani covered his face with his shirt. Unai Emery stood frozen on the touchline, his mouth slightly open, unable to process what had just happened. The referee checked his watch. 95 minutes. He blew the whistle. Full time. Barcelona 6. PSG 1. This wasn't just a football match. It was something beyond sport. It was belief made real. No team had ever come back from 4 goals down in the Champions League. Not in 62 years of European competition. And no team has done it since. But on March 8, 2017, in front of 90,000 people, Barcelona didn't just win a football match. They transcended it. They took the word impossible and set it on fire. 7 minutes. That's all it took. 7 minutes of football that defied logic, defied probability, defied reality itself. The greatest comeback in Champions League history. La Remontada, the comeback. And decades from now, when people talk about what football can be at its absolute peak, they'll tell this story. They'll tell it to children who don't believe. They'll tell it to cynics who've forgotten what sport can make you feel. They'll tell it to anyone who needs reminding that sometimes, just sometimes, miracles are real.